before starting the presentation, I would like to tell about myself. Today, my name is Momita De. Today, again, I am here and I am proud of that. Before I worked with this organization, and again, I am here. So today, my topic is fashion illustration. First of all, what is illustration? Illustration is we can see here. It's a normal painting, you can say. But what is exact mean it? Illustration, what is fashion illustration? Fashion illustration is a communicating medium of a designer's thought and activity or creativity. You can say it's an art or presentation of a designer's mind. What designer is thinking, that we are presenting here. As an example, I have given a gown, long gown. You can see here there are different styles, there are different cuts and folds, and there are different constructions. So you can say it's an object, what we can see, and how it looks beautiful with this particular beautiful woman. So she is subject, and my garment is the object. So how it could be looking beautiful with this female. So illustration means the presentation. It's an art of a designer's thought or designer's innovation. Fashion illustration is an art which represents the design of actual garment. It doesn't mean it should be a garment. It can be footwears, it can be jewelry, it can be interior part also. And it explains how it looks good before someone is wearing it, right? And fashion illustration originated it started about 500 years back, and ever since clothes have been in existence. Now, what is fashion illustrator? Who is the fashion illustrator? The person who is designing, who is making the portrait or landscape. Of course, she or he is a fashion illustrator. A fashion illustrator is technically, you can say, the graphic designer also. And although they are given so many tasks to make the sketches, layout or images. Again, it's a beautiful portrait we can see here. Now, how you can describe the illustration? How do we walk on it? First of all, we are different human beings, right? You have different human beings are different structure, different shapes we have. जो गारमेंट्स उनके ऊपर अच्छा लगेगा जरूरी नहीं कि मेरे ऊपर भी अच्छा लगेगा, फिर जो मेरे ऊपर अच्छा लग रहा है जरूरी नहीं कि पारुल के ऊपर भी अच्छा लगे. So first we should know about the human figure or human structure. It starts with the female croquets, male croquets and kid croquets. Croquets means which we use to represent the garment or any clothes, right? And after that, create the design for garment, shoes, fashion accessories and other apparels. Next is sketches is using the different mediums. Nowadays we're using the different softwares like Photoshop, Corel Draws, right? And after that, bring the vision of fashion designer to life, though the illustration of the actual design, how it could be looking alive, right? And the last point is communicating the fashion ideas through sketches, layouts, drafts and again drawings. Any question now? Next is some techniques that we follow, like block figure, row figure and stick figure. That is important for the starter. Like students, we start with the block figure. So there is different measurement, like that is head block, that is shoulder line, that is bust line, that is hip line. Sorry, this is waist line, this is hip line, this is knee line and this is the anklet line, right? So I'll explain the block figure in next slide. So after that, row figure, stick figure and flesh figure means the final human beings, whatever we are going to make. Next is the block figure. So and that's why I need to mark. The whole length of this figure is 12.5 the length is, and it is divided into 10 parts, and each part will be 1 inch 2 block, right? So it starts with 0 and it is ended with 10. So the measurement, the head block and the अलग-अलग part जो है is divided into 1 block 2 inch, 1 inch 2 block, right? And for the shoulder it is 7 block and again 7 block. For the bust line it's 6 block and 6 block. Both block will be divided into same division. Again, that's why I needed the marker anyways. And after that is stick figure. There are some joints in shoulders, in our waist, in knees and anklet. That is stick figure. And after that is robo figure, which is look like a robo but it's not a human being. But after that we give some curves, like in arms, in legs, we give some curves on this robo figure. Then we get the fleshy figure or the original human beings. Right? Again, it's 3/4 view. The technique will be remaining the same, like 12.5 inches we should take, and after that it will be divided into 10 parts, and each part will be 1 inch 2 block. But the difference is what we do in the front, the block is divided into the same. If it's 7 block, it will be 7 block. But here it will be 8 block and it will be 1 block. Sorry, it will be 6 block and it will be 1 block. Right? So there is a little bit difference will be happen with this 3/4 view. Like this is 3/4 view. You can see the white part on my right side, and left part you can see the lace part of my body. Okay. And again, that is block figure of side view. It's proper side view. You can see this portion, right? And the techniques again same we follow. The other aspect of illustration, sorry, this is good. Different hand movements, different leg movements.
Mamita, do you have your work also? I mean, apart from the pictures?
Actually, I didn't mention actually.
It is not in the slides. Are you not carrying any of your works?
I have.
Can you mail it to us?
Yeah, sure. Can I continue?
Yeah.
Now there are some example of fashion illustrator. Now let me explain a little bit. Carl Edison, he is American illustrator, and he worked with the Christian Dior as a creative director. I'm sorry. He studied at Chicago Academy of Fine Arts, and he worked with Vogue magazine. Here is some creation of Carl Edison. Those are very beautiful portraits and landscape are there. Next is Andy Warhol. He was famous for pop art, which is very much popular. The commercial part, the celebrity phase, right? Here is some creation of Andy Warhol and Rene Brubaus. He is my favorite illustrator because I'll explain why. First, I'd like to say something about him. He is from Italy, and her first position was artistic director in the Christian Dior, and he worked for Harper's Bazaar and Vogue also. And today's his creations are collected or exhibited by the arts institutions. Some example of Rene's. Yeah, Rene's specialty. What was his specialty? He also loves women, his feminism, his femininity, her sensuality, right? जब मैं छोटी थी तो मुझे भी अच्छा लगता था जब मैं मतलब एक पेन और स्केच बुक ले लेती थी I always used to draw the female human figure, female human eyes, hair, different hairstyle. I always used to do it, and it's really signature. Now come to the conclusion. I would like to say in the conclusion that fashion illustration isn't skill, it's a talent, and it doesn't come in a one day. If you go through with the practice, and you will obviously achieve it. You can paint very. So fashion design displays the ideas and the creativity of the designer and new ideas to illustrate and enhance the beauty of the designer's creativity. Thank you, ma'am. Anything else you would like to?
Yeah, I would like to understand what is the difference between a human figure and fashion illustration. I mean, what is the difference,
Uh,
and why is in fashion illustration do we make taller bodies than the normal human body?
See, डॉलर फिगर इसलिए दिया जाता है ताकि गारमेंट्स को हम बहुत अच्छे से शो कर पाए. That's why actually models are used in the fashion industry because they are very much thin and they have the good height like 5'9", 5'10", right? So some example of लहंगा अगर मैं पहन लूँ तो वो अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, बट अगर कोई 5'9" या 5'10" कोई ऐसा कोई मॉडल पहन ले तो it will display more and it will look very gorgeous.
What is the difference between, I mean, when you're teaching the students, do you tell them that human body is a particular size? Like for fashion figure, you said it is 12.5 inches tall, where 1 unit head size is about 1 inch to block.
1 inch, exactly.
So what is the head?
That is actually, ma'am, that is the techniques that we follow our students.
So you don't tell them about the human body. I mean,
Yeah, that
what would be that size?
I'm not getting it.
The question is, if 12.5 is a fashion figure size,
Yeah.
what is the size of a normal human body that you tell the
The
students
height
to
should
draw?
be 5'8" or 5'9".
No, in the terms of techniques that you're applying. अगर एक unit size आपका 1 इंच 2 ब्लॉक का है और उससे आप 10 ब्लॉक का एक फिगर बनवाते हैं जो कि आप फैशन इलस्ट्रेशन कहते हैं, तो एक नॉर्मल इंसान की बॉडी बनवाने के लिए कितने हेड यूनिट साइज आप यूज करेंगे?
10 use
No, Momita, it would be 8. It is an 8 head figure that you use.
I'm showing you. The part is divided into 10 actually, not 8.
No, this is fashion illustration.
Yeah.
A normal human body
Actually,
is
normal
8 head figure.
Okay, you're actually the normal. I'm talking about that actually.
And where all does it vary? I mean, if you have to tell now, you have understood my question. If a normal 8 head body is vertically 8 heads, horizontally how different it is from a fashion figure? Where do we actually vary from a fashion figure and a normal human? What is the difference between both?
Again I will say this is the techniques actually. This is the techniques which we follow. ये सीखने के लिए हम लोग को बस मतलब I follow this is the head block, this is shoulder, this is line. That is the technique. And if you say the human figure, that is totally different now. First, student को समझ आना चाहिए कि हम इसको कैसे present कर रहे हैं. Garments
नहीं,
को
पर इसी को यूज करके हम एक इंसान बना लेते हैं ना,
हाँ हाँ
एक फाइनल इलस्ट्रेशन बना लेते हैं, which is tall and beautiful and gorgeous and very curvy,
okay.
thin and curvy. A normal human body is not that.
It's not like that.
Yeah, so what is the difference? That is what I'm asking you. See, I'll tell you the difference. The shoulder size would not be the same. The legs are definitely shorter than this leg size. If you look at a illustration, a fashion illustration and an 8 head figure, the body is proportionate to the leg size in a 8 head figure, whereas in a fashion illustration, the length increase after the waist.
Exactly.
That is what I was looking from you. I mean, I knew the answer.
Yes, I don't understand your question.
Okay. All right, mom. Thank you.